Charles.
Well, when you hear Gibbs talk about Guantanamo as a recruiting tool, this is what we hear over and over again. I mean, it's as if he knows no history at all. The list of grievances that al-Qaeda has is endless and replenishing. When Osama bin Laden declared war on the United States officially in a fatwa in 1996 and 1998, the two top reasons were A, the occupation of the holy places, Mecca and Medina, and second, the suffering of the Iraqi people under anti-Saddam sanctions. Well, there are no soldiers, American soldiers in Saudi Arabia anymore, and there are no sanctions, obviously, on Iraq, but the war continues. These excuses are endless. Bin Laden sometimes starts a speech by saying, in the name of Andalusia. Andalusia is Spain and Portugal, which was Muslim until it fell to Ferdinand and Isabel in 1492. Guantanamo isn't going to undo that. The idea that we ought to send people when we have a rate of recidivism of 20% overall, but probably extremely high, much higher than that, for Yemen and Saudi Arabia, who will rejoin the fight as a way to eliminate excuses, which are all that these are. These are excuses and not actual grievances, is absurd. The reason the war is on is because al-Qaeda hates our way of life, our independence, our tolerance, our respect of women, and the threat it poses to the fanatical kind of Islam that they are advocating.
Charles, wrap it up here.
In the end, the issue isn't Guantanamo. That's a question of location. You can ultimately have them in the U.S., an abandoned air base in Alaska. Who cares? It's the question of defending the idea of detention without trial. You do that in all wars. All countries do. You hold enemy the combatant until the war is over. And you have to argue that that is legitimate. When Obama denies that this is a war on terror, he takes away the legitimacy of that stand, and thus he has to end up releasing people.
Down the road, how big a problem politically is this for this president?
It's endless and it's insoluble.
It's going to be used against Democrats for sure in the 2010 election.
It will be unless he reverses himself.